We're an agency with specialist expertise in digital libraries, repositories, research environments. So we do a lot of work that's on the periphery of this, supports some of these themes. I don't have a product to kind of pitch, or, you know, I'm not trying to particularly kind of say, we've got something we want funding for. Just lots of experience and ideas that might be of use to some people in this room. So some of the sort of organisations that we've worked with, we've done a lot of open access work, we've done a lot of learning, a lot of academic work, a lot of work with publishers. And our background is we came from commercial kind of user experience services. And we realised that in this area it's really underserviced. There are all these little pools of fantastic content and data that are underutilised because people they can't access it, they're not excited by it, it's very sort of, there's so many barriers to use. And we wanted to apply some things that we'd learned in the more commercial kind of world to this area. So some of the sort of organisations that we've been working with, we do a lot of work with JISC, a lot of work with universities. So for example, creating showcases of JISC content collections. So about 80 or 90 different repositories of different archives of useful content. Creating digital library for the London School of Economics. Supporting things like the ZTOP service, which is a monitoring and alert service in association with the British Library. Creating things like connected histories, which brings together multiple historical archives into interfaces and tools that people can use. So we're applying sort of techniques like really complicated, like this is a really complex search based on the Autonomy IDLE platform, indexing all sorts of different content. This is interactive mind maps, so people can explore through more contextual and subject-based kind of connections, very loose and exploratory. Things like connected histories, there's a lot of crowdsourcing, lots of community tagging, lots of relationships that the environment is facilitating through all of the users of that system. Things like locating London is geographical mapping, so that has all sorts of historical and crime data integrated into these fantastic historical maps. I'm trying to go really fast, I don't know how long 5 minutes is. And also mobile applications and things as well. So our work is about 70% digital. Some of the work is branding, some of it's offline. Really, really quickly, show you a couple of examples. So the LSE Digital Library, they needed to create an interface on a digital library. It's like this random kind of concept that everyone thinks of as something a little different. So we did a lot of visioning work, built lots of user information architecture, type wireframes, and branding development, and essentially built this environment for them. Did a lot of work with metadata librarians, publishing kind of experts. JISC Collections Showcase, which is a showcase of about these, I think it's 88 collections now, across all different subject areas. And again, lots of metadata work, lots of interface work, lots of thought around supporting different user journeys. So you have things like the interactive mind maps, timelines for different use cases, different types of people going to be visiting and using it. And in terms of, Anita said, can you tell us about your critical needs? These are the real needs for our business. And we're growing organically, we're making a profit, we're very stable. We're part of the Manchester University Incubator and we've been going 3.5 years now. And these are really the things that are going to support us going forward. So I'm always happy to hear from customers, always interested in talking to potential partners. We do a lot of work in collaboration with internal teams, with different technologies, different systems, and also research support. We've built up a lot of practical experience. We've got a lot of knowledge about how people use these types of tools. And that's very much from sort of a design and a heuristics kind of point of view. We'd be really interested in firming that up and looking at some serious research and design patterns that could help this whole sector. And I know in other areas, for example, e-commerce, there are some fantastic design patterns and tools out there, and I think that would be really beneficial. But that's something we struggle to prioritise because we've got so many projects on. So, yeah. So that's what we do. And hopefully it'll be of interest to some of you. Yeah.